Okay, so we're going to talk about our energy shifts and the manifestation exercises. Um, this is day 2, and this is about embodiment, right? So you are becoming the version of you who already has what it is that you are manifesting. So if you are manifesting, I think last week someone said marriage. Someone said a car, someone said a house, someone said a new job, right? And I think somebody was starting a business. So there is currently a version of you that already has these things. And oh, it runs for an hour. Okay, so there's a version of you that already has these things. And your job is to embody that energy. So part of that, though, is getting into your feminine energy, which is why movement is so important, and is that first exercising. The more you can do it, like if you can do it in the morning because you have time, maybe you work from home, whatever, that's great. Or if you do it in the evening before going to bed, if you could do it both days, that is, even better, more points for you. Reason being is that it puts you in a higher frequency. And the longer that you remain in the frequency and aligned with what you want, or at least in alignment for receiving. So you can get into a receptive mode because you're happy. You can get into a receptive mode because of sex and orgasm. You can get into a receptive mode because of appreciation. You can get into the receptive mode for gratitude. You don't necessarily have to be in a receptive mode or calling in that moment the car. As long as you're in the receptive mode, no matter what it is or what the reason is, you're receptive to what it is that you've already asked for. So if you're watching a comedy show and that's got you laughing, which raises your frequency and puts you in a receptive mode, then you are in alignment with receiving. The longer you can hold the energy of receiving and being receptive, the faster what it is that you're manifesting will actually show up. So that is where you focus on your energy shifting, right? You get into gratitude, thankfulness, joy, love. You think about those things, you laugh, you lighten your energy. And when you lighten it, it will shift it. Let me fix this. Now, specific to manifestation. So first, in this section below, you're going to see where I said you're going to focus on becoming the version of you who already has what it is that you're manifesting. So the ritual behind that is to dress, speak, and move like the version of you who has that. When you get an idea, you move on that idea. When you, and it doesn't have to be the full movement, it can just be the first step, and you'll be matched. And then another idea will be given to you, and you move on that. Every time you raise your vibration or your frequency, and getting quiet, meditation. We did meditation day 1. Meditation will help you get into the receptive mode as well. So anytime you are quiet, anytime that you receive a download, an idea or whatever, you move on it. That's called inspired action. So when you're in the receptive mode, whether it's through being quiet, whether it's through dance, a lot of people get their inspired actions in the shower because you're quiet. Take those inspired actions. You want to take those inspired actions. Relaxing, getting rid of some of the stress is good. So I have a vibe sugar that I highly recommend. You can put it in your smoothie, your tea, sprinkle it on fruit. It elevates your energy and reduces stress. It is infused with CBD. The link is under the video inside of University. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you're going to want to get into Goddess University to get all the details, the written notes, the codes, and more. And the link is below. You can get a visiting goddess account and then decide if you want to actually join us as an actual goddess member. Oh, I don't like the coconut milk in my coffee. So a manifestation exercise. When you're tapping into feminine energy, you need to clean up. Like we probably should have said that in day one. Clean your house, clean your fucking car, clean out your purse, clean out your wallet. You make energetic space. I went into this in day one where, yes, there are filthy asshole kind of people who have quite a bit of money. But that's because they have already aligned with the frequency of they deserve it, they should have it. There is nothing stopping them from that alignment. They are fully aligned with the fact that they should have the money. If you were fully aligned with the fact that you should have the money, then you too would have the money despite all of your other circumstances. Sometimes you can line up with the belief that you should have the money, but you've also been sold and you bought into other things that hold you apart from the money. So doing some of these rituals, taking some of these actions, participating in these activities, what they do is they peel back the layers. So you can see where is it that you bought something and you've made it part of your belief system that is holding you away from the money or the situation or the person or whatever that it is that you desire. Some people don't have that, don't have those same stories, or the story that they bought when they were children was that you better have money or, life is going to be whatever. And they bought that wholeheartedly. So they're able to call in the money, but they can't sustain loving relationships. Their health is trash. They live in filth, et cetera, because of the other stories that they bought. So if money is one of the things, right? It's simply that you bought a story that is holding you apart from that. And when you look at other people who have the money, they typically don't have the other things. They may not even have like emotional intelligence. They don't communicate well, like because their story was that they bought was that they needed to have money, but all the other stuff fell by the wayside. So don't compare yourself to other people who already have it. They were bought and sold stories different from yours. They had different circumstances and different belief systems. So you cannot compare. And the more that you try to compare, the more that you're looking at somebody else saying, why was it so easy for them and it's not easy for me? But we're doing the same challenge or we use the same ritual or what have you. It's because you guys have been bought, because you guys either bought or were sold different stories that are affecting you in different ways. So on to the actual manifestation exercise, you have to clean your space. Energy has to move. And if you are not in a space where your belief system is stronger than the stagnant energy in your hoarder styled home, you need to clear your home, clean the car, clean out your wallet, clean out your purse, clean the environment that you're in, right? And that will allow for the energy to flow, especially when you're in there and you are doing your exercise for the day, which is dancing, and allowing more energy to flow. You can call it in. So today you're cleaning everything. Clean your space, clean your car, clean out your purse, your wallet, clean your bathrooms, clean your kitchens, like not just where you sleep, and definitely where you sleep. Clean everything. Clear the energy. You either sage, use incense, Palo Santo. You can even use a bell to clear the energy once things are cleaned. And that's even in the car. Clean everything out. Make room for what you want. So if you're manifesting furniture, outline it. Make space for where it's going to go. If you are manifesting a job, set your routine up in the way in which you would want it to be should you have that job. If that job requires you to dress differently, start dressing that way now. That's part of this embodiment, right? To dress, to speak, and to move like like your future self today. Any of the aspects that you are trying to manifest into your life that you can do right now, start doing it today. So if you're trying to be that coach, start setting up your schedule and blocking out spaces where you would actually be dealing with clients. Set up how you would start, doing your social media and start recording. Do the things that you can do now and then continue to add. That's part of the embodiment, not I'm going to wait till it actually happens. That's not how it happens. You start moving, and moving as if is not pretending. It is embodying an energy. Acting as if is energy embodiment. So you're not faking, you're not lying. You are doing the things that your future self is already doing. It allows you to align. So if you have any questions, let me know. Put them under the video and I will answer them tomorrow morning before we start day 3's live. Okay, love you, bye.